Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. And I know it's a Saturday, so I really appreciate you guys being here. Um, I want to go over, so the agenda for today is I want to go over a couple of slides to tell us about the program and about the bioinformatic fields in general, about going over the job market and the current trends. And during my presentation, if you have any questions, please feel free to use the chat box and message me. And we also have like the last 10-15 minutes for any questions you have about our program or about the field in general. So thank you so much once again. Okay, so about our university, UCSC is an extension. It's a part of the University of California, Santa Cruz. All our courses and instructors, they're all UC reviewed and approved. And every course is taught by professionals. They've been working in industry and in the companies for a long time, and they are all experts in their fields. So to apply for a certificate, there is no application that's required. You just simply enroll online. So the the uh, um, the main point of the certificate is if you want to advance in your current field, or if you feel like you want to have support a career change. For example, if you're already working in a company and you feel like you want to change and go to a different field, like if you want to do bioinformatics, it's hard to just suddenly quit your job and uh, start a new career change. But certificate kind of helps you see if this is something that you like, because you don't have to commit full time. You could do a part time or do during it weekends or free time. So it really supports a career change. And of course, you can stay up to date with the current technology because you can see the technology, the research is rapidly evolving every day. So it's really helpful to stay up to date in your current field. And this last one is really one of my favorites, which is networking with your fellow students and instructors. I can't stress enough how important this is because networking is such a big thing, especially in my career. And I've seen so many people take advantage of networking, especially in the Bay Area with all these instructors working in a great company and industry. So they know people. And if you connect with them, you can always ask questions. And if there's a job opening, they can always guide you with that. So networking with your fellow students and instructors is always an advantage. To give a quick example, I had one of my students who took my class in 2016. He finished a certificate with us. He was amazing. He was very knowledgeable. And I stayed in touch with him and we helped each other out professionally. And once I became the chair last year and we wanted to have a next gen sequencing class, I immediately asked him, hey, can you come teach for us? You never know where an opportunity comes from. So I always tell people networking is really important. And it gives you flexible learning. If you don't want to do all the courses in the certificate, you could just pick or choose individual courses. You could just say, I just want to, just know my knowledge in next-gen sequencing, or I just want to learn BioPython or R. So you could just choose individual courses that helps you. And, or you could sign up for a certificate and get a certificate. And all the courses are mostly live online, especially with the current situation. So it accommodates, it's flexible. And you could visit the website that gives you the course descriptions, the listings, the start date, and it gives you all the current courses information. And we use Canvas. Canvas is our software that we use for teaching. And students can submit assignments through Canvas. They take exams. They communicate with their instructors. They communicate with their fellow classmates through Canvas. And they submit all the assignments and stuff. So there's also Zoom where you can meet on one-on-one with the instructor, ask any questions. They have office hours. And so that's the thing we use. So to coming about the field itself, bioinformatics certificate, the field is very well established. It's an interdisciplinary field with, people from molecular biology background, people from years of programming experience and statistics. And it's a very interdisciplinary, broad field. It's hard to define it. It's a very broad field. And our certificate program is built on the foundation of our biotechnology, because we share a lot of courses with biotechnology. As you know, bioinformatics is a combination of molecular biology and IT. So we take a lot of programming courses from them. And we also share courses from biotechnology certificate. And also we have our own courses like next-gen sequencing, bioinformatics tools, databases, methods, BioPython. So we have our own courses as well that focuses more in depth on bioinformatics. And it's unique because I think this is the only certificate program in the Bay Area as of now. So to give you an idea of what is needed, we require 12 units, which is around 4 core courses. So next-gen sequencing analysis tools, experimental methods in molecular biology, statistical analysis, and BioPython. So I wanted to say why these 4 courses are important, because you get an idea of molecular biology, you get an idea of statistics, and BioPython, which is a very important tool, programming tool to use in all the bioinformatic data sets, because to handle a huge data set, you need to be an expert in programming. And next-gen sequencing, there's so much sequencing genomic data available now. So next-gen sequencing is really important. So understand these concepts and these courses, we ask the students to have some prerequisite, some knowledge of statistics, some knowledge of programming or molecular biology. So either you could have taken classes in the past, or you could have worked in that field, have some experience, so you're not totally lost. You're not feeling like I don't understand anything. So it's nice to have a little background. So the prerequisites, unfortunately, don't count towards the credits for the certificate, but it's important to have that. And we also have a couple of elective courses. So the elective courses are shared between biotechnology, and we have a couple of courses from IT, and we have a couple of our own courses as well. So these are the upcoming courses that's going to be starting in winter. One is the bioinformatics tools, databases, and methods that I teach. And there's also principles of drug discovery and development. That's a really good course as well. That's a combination between bioinformatics and biotechnology. So I think they have some kind of discount going on right now if you subscribe before the 31st. The main advantage of the bioinformatics certificate, I would say, is you can complete 2 certificates at the same time, because bioinformatics is such an interdisciplinary field. We share a lot of courses with biotechnology and with IT. So you could combine. So since you take these courses already, you could finish biotechnology and bioinformatics at the same time if you want. So this is the idea of how the courses are shared between different departments. And we like to give grades. Letter grade is default for the students. However, a student can say, I just want to take it for a credit or no credit. I don't want any grade. But if you're about to finish a certificate with us, we say that you should sign up for a letter grade. So this is how we grade the students. And if you're going to go do a master's or a PhD, or if you're going to go to another university, you could always ask them, could I use the credits that I got with the certificate? Am I able to transfer it? So if the university allows, you could always transfer some of the courses that you took with us and transfer it to them. Just to give you an idea about the market currently, it's really amazing how it keeps the worth market is increasing. It was 10 billion back in 2013. It's projected to almost reach 30 billion by the end of 2020. So it's, especially with the COVID situation, the drug development sector is really picking up and it keeps increasing. And the job market seems to be very good. The average base salary for a bioinformatician is about $96,000. And they can expect anywhere to earn between 75,000 to 166, which is a really good range, I would say. And especially the Department of Labor, ONET Online, says that the California bioinformatics scientist, there's about $90,000 an average. And I looked at the job market currently, and it looks like people are able to handle big data, handle in the sense that they're able to extract the data, analyze the data, understand what's going on behind the huge data sets that's currently available. For that, I would say having good programming knowledge really helps. And also understanding the biology, the statistics behind it. And those kind of people, they're in really high demand. And the job market currently is nationwide to be 5 to 9% increase overall, especially in California, there's as high as 12% increase. So what kind of experience is the company is looking for? Anyone with interpretation of high dimensional genomic data, because there's so much genomic data every day, there's so much data that's generated from that. So if you're able to be an expert in, especially in bioinformatics, we use R programming and BioPython. Those are the two very common programming that we use to analyze the bioinformatics data. So if you have an experience or expertise in programming, it's easy to learn R and BioPython. Especially R has such a big community there. It's open source software, it's freely available, and you have a huge community that supports R and helps you learn it. And also knowing the already available tools, there's like millions of tools already available in the internet. So even if you're not a programmer, understanding how to do basic sequence comparison using BLAST, or doing multiple sequence alignment using ClustalW, constructing a phylogenetic tree, just using these UCSC genome browser. So using these basic bioinformatic tools, understanding, and this is something that's easy. You could just download your data, practice on your own time, and having knowledge of statistics, data visualization, understanding these 3D structures. These are all, the more you know, the better it is for a company. They don't have to hire two people doing two jobs. So one person knowing these multiple fields really puts you on a really good for your resume. And I just wanted to say how COVID-19 and bioinformatics has played such a big role in the current vaccine development. And the decoding of the genome of the SARS-CoV-2 was really crucial because you need to know the genome for us to develop a vaccine, first of all. So the complex analysis of this and identifying different strains, understanding the visualization of the 3D structure of the SARS-CoV-2, and designing a vaccine with already, and also knowing the evolution. Did it come from bats? What happened? To get all this BLAST and already available tools really played a huge role for our vaccine development. So we can see that in the current market trends, bioinformatics is upcoming and it's always going to be in demand. So why should you do a certificate? What's the advantage of doing it? I would say one of the major advantages, I did a certificate back in 2011 in biostatistics. I think it played a huge role because, people saw that as, okay, so this person has some knowledge, she has extra knowledge. So that always adds to your resume and you get the taste of the field before committing, before committing to a 8-year program or, do a PhD in the field. Do you really like it? Is this something for you? Are you enjoying it? So you get the taste of the basic knowledge of the field before committing yourself to a huge graduate program. It's easy to apply. You don't need to take a GRE or there's no entrance exams for it. Of course, there's flexible learning. You can learn during your free time, in the evenings, in the weekends. It's all, especially the instructors know how everyone who's taking the certificate has a full-time job or they're already committed. So they're pretty flexible when it comes to deadlines or, taking classes. So they're pretty flexible. Helps with the career change, of course, and staying up to date. And my favorite is the networking part, because especially in the Bay Area with the instructors, it becomes like a lifelong relationship with them, because I still contact some of my instructors back in the day. If I run into any issue with my current work, or if there's any problems, that I can always go back to them, ask them questions, or it becomes like a relationship where you could always go back to them. And our instructors are very friendly. They go above and beyond, and they always help you with your current work or whatever questions you might have. So I really like this, looking at all these different companies. There's so many opportunities here in the Bay Area, and it's amazing to see how many biotech and bioinformatic companies are currently available. And these are the universities in the Bay Area. You can see that there are really big names. They have a lot of research going on and so much data available. It's really amazing. And this is our contact information with the student services if you have any questions about the general course, the program, overall, like if you're an international student, so any kind of any questions you might have, you can contact them. But if you have any questions about the field itself, or any job related questions, or about the courses, so I would say this is my email. Please free. I love chatting with people. I love talking to them. So yeah, so definitely that's my email. That's my LinkedIn. Please connect with me in the future. It can be about our certificate, or it can be in the field in general. It doesn't matter. So I love chatting with you. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions, or let's see if there's a chat window. But again, thank you so much for joining me today. Really appreciate it. You guys have any questions? You can unmute yourself. This is a meeting style, so you could talk to me, or if you have any questions, let me know.
Hi, I actually had a quick question.
Sure.
So I'm making my way through the courses for the bioinformatics certificate, but I'm also really interested in doing the dual certification with
Okay.
biotechnology. So I
Mhm.
was just wondering if there's anyone that I could talk to just make sure that all the classes that I'm taking like fulfill the requirements, because I also wanted to see if some of the classes, or at least one of the classes that I took in college, could be substituted for credit for the biotechnology certificate.
Mhm. Of course, there's the student services team that will really help you with it. They usually, if you have already knowledge in any field, like knowledge in molecular biology, or if you don't want to repeat any course, you could submit a form that says, I have background in this. I've already taken these courses. Can I substitute that for a different course? And the student services team, along with the chair of the department, decides that. They look at your CV. They make sure that, okay, so this person is okay to skip this because they have adequate knowledge in this, so it's okay for them to skip that course. So you submit a official form along with the student services and the chair. They will help you definitely, not to repeat the course for which you already have knowledge. So, and they will also make sure that you have enough courses that you've taken and you're okay for the certificate. So they'll keep you updated on what else is needed. So
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
no problem. Someone had asked about the course use Tableau for visualizations. I think they do, because the statistics course definitely, the biostats uses Tableau for visualization. Yes, they do. Does anyone have any other questions about the program or about the field?
I have a question.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Um, I'm wondering, as far as a data science degree, if how does that differ? And essentially, someone with a degree in that, they would be able to would that be easily transferable to um, research in a medical setting? What would you say?
Yeah, so data science is very similar to this. I would say they go hand in hand. Data science actually focuses on handling data and using SQL and a lot of programming. So I would say that the bioinformatics, having like a degree in bioinformatics, data science, or right now artificial intelligence, they all are parallel fields, really very similar to each other. And especially bioinformatics, how it differs is because you focus more on sequencing data, and you also focus on the programming aspects of R and BioPython, and you also take very specific understanding the statistics, the biostatistics. So they focus on more the combination of different courses. And I would say data science just focuses mostly on how to handle data. But bioinformatics, since it's such a vast field, we give you a taste of different areas that covers, and makes up this field. And I think like it doesn't matter like if you're in data science or bioinformatics or artificial intelligence. I guess you could choose any of it, and they're all in high demand right now, especially with the current trends, with the vaccine and drug really on all of our minds. I feel like this is the new the demand keeps increasing. It was always increasing, especially with the current trends. I feel like there's a lot more demand for people who have expertise in multiple disciplines. So I think it really helps. Did that answer your question?
It did. Thank you.
No problem.
Hi, Janani, Monica here. I'm wondering if you could talk a little bit about your upcoming course on January 4th and what you'll be covering in that.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so my course is going to be Bioinformatics Tools, Databases, and Methods. This is a very beginning course for bioinformatics where I'll be talking about BLAST, how to do sequence comparisons. And so this course just focuses on already available tools. What is multiple sequence alignment? How do you construct a phylogenetic tree? Like the basic concepts of the basic UCSC genome browser and all the tools that are already available. So I just give you an overview of what's out there. So someone who doesn't have any knowledge on what is this field, what are the basics of molecular biology, what's a DNA, RNA. It's a very basic course, and it just covers different aspects as to what's already available out there and what you can explore and how to further yourself from home, so to download data by yourself from the NCBI website, and how you can analyze the data that you download without having someone else. If you're not a working professional, if you don't have hands-on data already from a university or from a research place, I would just focus more on how sitting at home you could take this data, how you can compare, and what you can do with already available tools out there. So that's what the course focuses on. And we are also, it's still in the works, but we are still focusing to see if we could do a shorter specializations and, to see instead of, I know the certificate is it has a lot of core courses. And if you don't have the time commitment, and if you don't have the money or the time commitment to finish a certificate, I wonder if you guys will be interested in a shorter specialization. Is that something that, let me know, like that's something I'm trying to still think, like to focus just on this particular area, just the sequencing, or just, a certain part, just the programming. So I'm thinking of making it a shorter specialization and giving, it's like a specialization, not a certificate, but that's something I'm still thinking. Will you guys be interested in that? Message me or let me know if that's something that you would like to look, then I can take it further and we can try to explore more,
I have a question.
Sure.
Earlier, you mentioned that there's a few electives that we can take in this certificate program.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any place where we can go to look at the different options of what is being taught?
Oh, of course, yeah. I can see if I can take you there. I'm sure she'll be sharing the slides and the thing for later on, so you guys can click and explore more.
Okay.
But you see this website over here?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not sure it's not responding. You could just click UCSC Bioinformatics Certificate.
Okay.
And then if you go here, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So yeah, it tells you about the prerequisites. These are the prerequisites. So here are the 4 required courses, and gives you all the electives that are there.
Okay.
So yeah, some of these electives are shared between IT certificate, and also it's shared between the biotechnology certificate. So that's
Mhm.
why I was mentioning about the dual certification, since this is, since bioinformatics is a combination of different fields together. So we share, and there are some courses, especially the Python for biology. It's a new course that's coming up. We used to have a shared course with the IT for Python for beginners and programmers. Um, but right now we have our own course, which is focuses on BioPython. I'm really excited about this one because it's an upcoming course. I think it's going to be in spring. We are introducing this new course.
Okay.
And this one focuses mostly on the BioPython that has special tools that are required for bioinformatic analysis. Python is different from that, right? So you can understand the tools that are specifically designed, the Python for analyzing the biodata. So I guess
Okay.
there are a lot of inbuilt tools that are used. So this is an upcoming new course. So that's very exciting.
Cool.
Um,
Also,
oh, sorry.
sorry. Okay. Just one more question. Uh, how did these classes interact with classes at the main UCSC campus? Because I mean, I'm taking courses there, and I wasn't sure if some could count as prerequisites for other.
No, UCSC extension is separate from the main campus.
Okay.
Every course is the instructors, the overall syllabus, they are all different. The courses don't. These are approved by the main campus. The main campus, professors from there, they take a look at our syllabus. They make sure everything is up to date. They kind of approve all this, but they don't have. We are not together. So
Okay. Okay.
I had a question about the Python for biology course.
yeah.
So I'm actually currently taking the Python for programmers
Mhm.
because it was a required course for the
Right.
certificate.
Yeah.
Um, so will it not count towards the certificate anymore?
Oh, no, no, no. Because when you sign up, whatever you had, you taken, because we make changes to make sure the certificate is up to date. But
Hmm.
whatever you signed up for is what the student services will be able to tell you. Just because we make changes to certificate doesn't mean that, you have to go with the current. When you sign up, and if you were a certificate, if you registered for a site of certificate, so whatever requirements you had then is what
Mhm.
will be needed. So.
Okay. All right.
Any other questions about the field or about any of the courses we have? Or we have a lot of students who are about to do PhD, and they've checked out our certificate, I guess, before committing to a couple of years. They want to get the basic knowledge, so they find it easier in the graduate school. So we've had a couple of students that way.
Hi, Janani, it's Monica again.
Yeah.
Could you scroll up a little bit and then at the top of the courses right there, stop. So it says detail view, grid view, and expand all. I personally really like the detail view to look at the courses because it gives you more information. So it's right under the blue
Oh,
course.
right here, this one? Okay.
If you click detailed view, then it kind of gives you a list of each class.
Okay.
And it's offered the price, the instructor, and then you can click and enroll that way. It's just a nicer view than the grid.
Mhm.
And for all of these, if this for the students, if you're interested in seeing the syllabus before you enroll, you can always email student services and request a syllabus, and they'll be happy to send that over. Then you can get a sense of each course. If you also click the enroll button, it gives you more of a description of each class.
Okay, thank you. So I would really like your feedback from today, and because I'm always looking for new ways to make the certificate more current, improve, add more courses. I'm still working on adding R programming for our certificate, and also explore more because there's so much here. Currently, we focus more on genomics part of the field. I'm looking for going into more structural bioinformatics, analyzing the 3D structures, molecular docking, proteomics. Those are all in the works. So for the future, But if you have any kind of feedback or any kind of things that could be improved on, or any courses that you would like to see, and especially I would like feedback about the charter specialization to see if that's something you guys would be interested in, so oh, that's great. Someone said they'll be interested in sequencing specialization, especially on NGS, because that's truly like Lumina sequencing and analyzing the data. Just attending that, that's what I'm looking for too. So thank you so much for that feedback. Appreciate it. I see a lot of people are interested in the shorter specialization. So yeah, that's good to know, especially with the time commitment. And it's really nice to and also since it's a broader field, I think like knowing what do you want, like what kind of job do you want, and focusing and attending just this short specialization is something that, especially with the bioinformatics, given that it's so broad, it's just hard to cover the entire courses. So it's nice to have specializations for this, I think too. Yeah, thank you so much. I think it's 11:30 now. So thank you. This was my first time doing the info session. Thanks for being so kind and joining me on a Saturday. If you have any questions, as I said, please look for my profile in the LinkedIn or message me, email me. I'm just happy to chat always. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. And if you have any other feedback, please let me know, because I'm always, as I said, looking for new courses to add, new things to improve. It's just a work in progress, and I'm happy to, take your feedback. So thank you. Thank you, guys.